Let's be honest, we are all a mess, and that is the common ground that we must come together and pick each other up. I'm sitting right here in the living room in this exact spot that Kyler made that forever decision. Hey, Stark County, Perry High School and Edison Middle School community. My name is Jeff Yalden. Listen, I'm a teen mental health, suicide, and crisis intervention expert for teens and young people. I've received over the past few months a lot of cries for help from people in your community asking me for my help. And so after this last loss, I decided to make this video for you, hoping it could do a little to help in all of you trying to move forward. So I hope you parents and students, teachers, administrations, community, I hope you're listening. First, I can't do anything unless I'm invited by the schools or the community. But first, I want to be very careful in the words I use and how I say what I want to say. Please understand my intentions are pure and my heart hurts for you all. Secondly, and most importantly, I want to send my prayers and thoughts to every family that is directly impacted, and for their lives will never be the same. For the rest of their lives, they have to spend time picking up the pieces and asking, why? I'm truly sorry. I want to acknowledge each and every one of you, whether it be families, friends, classmates, students, teachers, staff members, administrations, the whole community and the surrounding communities as well. Not one person isn't affected by these losses. And if my understanding is correct, I'm going off emails, social media messages, I'm reading online. You've all experienced significant loss in the past 5 or 6 months. 4 losses since August, 1 this past New Year's Day. My friends, I'm sorry. In my work, I deal with teen suicide and loss every day. And words can't adequately describe the pain that I feel in my heart when I hear the death of a young person. But my friends, I get it though. I was once there, I understand. After a suicide or multiple like you're dealing with, we're left asking, a young person with so much to live for makes a forever decision to end their own life by suicide. Why? Why or how would a teenager get so hopeless or feel that suicide is the only option? My friends, our system is broken, it's flawed. Our teenagers are growing up in a broken system in America, and America has a responsibility. And the responsibility is simple. If we're going to have internet, cell phones, and social media platforms, then our government needs to provide the adequate care for what this brings. Simply put, we're giving our young people rights and privileges that they're not emotionally capable of handling. And the consequences this brings without even knowing it leads to so many things. Mental health issues, depression, and in many cases it leads to suicide today. This is a parent's issue more than anything. And we need to teach our young people coping skills and problem-solving skills. My friends, this is also a parenting issue. I think education as a whole needs to change. We need to focus more on social and emotional learning. We need to focus and really build the self-esteem of our children and prepare them for life's challenges, obstacles, and situations. We need to give them the tools to be successful in life. In the meantime, we need adequate mental health care and counseling, and we also need more involved parents. We need to teach our young people that it is okay to ask for help without feeling intimidated or wrong for asking. But here's what I'm seeing all too much. When suicide happens, we're left reacting. We're emotionally reacting. Parents and community are looking to place blame on the school, the administration, and the teachers. It's bullying. It's this reason. It's that reason. This happened. That happened. You're not doing this. Stop. First of all, suicide is never the cause of one thing. I will say that one thing can be the straw that breaks the camel's back. but suicide is never the cause of one thing. Also, no administrator is ever given a certificate on how to handle a suicide. Whether that suicide is on campus or off campus, whether it happens in the building, outside the building, whether it's an incoming student who is relatively new to the school community, or it's a popular student athlete adored by everyone. No student loss or suicide is ever the same. They're all different, and how they are handled isn't really anyone's business, because the school administrator and his or her team has to think about two things. What is in the best interest of the students, and what is in the best interest of the teachers and staff members. Our job as parents is to support their decisions and accept it, especially now. Our job is to rally together and support the school, the teachers, and the administration. And not just when we have lost, but every day. Listen, our kids ask two questions, and whether you are a teacher, a coach, a parent, anyone that works with youth, we need to answer these two questions. Can I trust you? And do you care about me? These two questions are the cornerstone of every trusted relationship. Here's another question I'll ask, and only you can answer this. Parents, if your child needs a trusted adult immediately because they are distraught and emotionally suffering more so than ever before, are you that trusted adult they would go to first? You're either saying, I don't know, or probably not. This is a problem. Parenting today's young people is a different game than it ever was before. For me, I would never tell a child I am disappointed in them. I would never say that today. Whereas years ago, it was my favorite punishment or discipline. The point I'm trying to make here is that our kids are a parent's responsibility. Parents need to support the schools, the teachers, and the staff. And our teachers and staff need to support our parents. We all need to do what is best to teach, to educate, to inspire, and to encourage our youth. We all need to be trusted adults where our kids feel safe, that they can open up to us without fear of being lectured, judged, or even disappointing you. Let me tell you about teen suicide today. 3 reasons why teens choose to end their lives. Number 1, they feel alone. Number 2, they feel that they are a burden. Number 3, they have the desire to end it all. Let me tell you something else. The students that are on the school's radar, they get help and they're taken care of. The students that aren't asking for help, they're not on the school's radar, and they're the ones we find out about. And as counselors and teachers, we say, I didn't know. How do we help those that aren't asking for help? We need to do a better job to teach our kids that speaking up and saying something is the right thing to do. Our kids are more important than that of our teachers and counselors because they find out first. Our teens want to talk to someone that understands them, someone that understands what they are going through today. They don't want to be lectured. They want to be listened to and validated that their feelings and emotions are normal. And so we all need to do a better job. Education, our government, teachers, coaches, and most importantly, our parents. Our teens need to also do a much better job asking for help when they need help. I can't emphasize enough, my friends, it's okay to ask for help. And as I close, I'd like to offer some suggestions as you all move forward. I'd like to invite you to open your heart today and forever to know that you have trusted adults always wanting to be there to help you answer life's toughest questions. Don't ever be afraid to ask for help. And remember 2 things. Number 1, you matter. Don't ever think you're alone. Number 2, you matter. Don't ever feel that you're a burden to your family or to society. And to all parents, I need you to know that our youth today are hurting, more than you can imagine, and starting earlier than we ever felt our own emotions growing up. It's almost like society's taken over and parenting a child has become more difficult with less parental influence and control. The speed of pain for a child, it's instant, almost as fast as turning on a light bulb. Bring the family and the community priorities back. Remember things like values and morals, kindness, community pride, love and support our schools and our youth. I challenge you to volunteer, sponsor, donate, give from your heart. And whatever rumors might be going around, let's not participate. Again, suicide is never one thing. Talk to your children honestly and be careful about sugarcoating the truth, because they know so much more today than we ever did. And lastly, for all adults, remember, it takes a village to raise our children. And remember the two questions our children ask every adult in their life. Can I trust you? And do you care about me? Be approachable so that our children know that they can safely come and talk to you and that you're not going to judge them for their questions and thoughts. Also, know that all of our teachers in our school community, they're hurting too. Reach out and show your support. A quick message to our teachers and staff, coaches. Thank you. Remember, you make a difference every single day. So many questions, yet in many cases, there's so few answers. But we're all responsible. And we need to move forward together for our youth and for each other. Think about what's in the best interests of our community. Anyways, let's come together and respect how the school handles this on their end. The decisions need to be made based on a comfortable balance. A comfortable balance, compassionately meeting the needs of our students, the staff, their teachers, and the community as a whole, while preserving the ability of the school to fulfill its primary purpose of education. This is a very sad time, a time that affects all of us. It doesn't have to define our year, though. I'm so sorry, and I wish I can say more. My friends, suicide and mental health is becoming an economic issue. And we need you. We need all of you to speak up. This is the greatest crisis of our time. In the words of a friend of mine, choose life, choose love, and choose you. I love you, my friends, and I'm sorry for your losses. Stay beautiful, Perry Township, and I know you quite well, too. I'm sending prayers and thoughts to all of you.